"Oh my God!" I shrieked in the most obnoxious tone imaginable. The security guard was taken aback. Not even 10 minutes ago, he was enjoying a nice cup of tea when he was called in to deal with an issue. Too bad he didn't know the issue was me. "This kid is not blind," I tell the security guard, while excessively pointing and making hand gestures at the hellspawn that was currently on the ground after I had pushed him. "Ma'am, this is a kid who is obviously blind. They are wearing glasses." The guard went to object, but I was too quick for him to de-escalate the situation. "No, glasses don't make you blind. I could put on glasses right now, and would I be blind?" I objected. "I'm sorry, but you're gonna need to leave," another guard piped up, while I was too busy yelling at the first guard. "If I leave, you need to take that thing with you," I yelled, and made a grab for the supposed blind kid. The guards tugged at me, despite my morbid obesity. They somehow were managing to actually bring me away from the demon. "No!" I wailed. "You're going to get everyone here killed!" I screeched at the top of my lungs to bring everyone's attention to me. "Is that a threat?" one of the guards asked, clearly annoyed at me. At this point, everyone nearby was looking at me as if I was insane, and it didn't help that I had a lot to drink last night. "Get out of here, Karen!" some idiotic jock shouted from a couple feet away, most likely acting tough because he felt entitled to such. "Use your strength for something actually useful and get that hellspawn out of here instead of lifting weights to increase your infinite ego!" I screamed in fury. The jock was taken aback by such an unhinged response, and the guards decided to double down on their efforts. There were now 5 of them, pushing me away from the demon, clearly standing in front of me. The exit was getting ever so close, and I knew I didn't have much time. I pushed through the guards and grabbed the kid with one meaty fist. I unleashed pure hell on the wretched demon. The salt dropped out of my hand as the guard tackled me. I had failed. I screamed and screamed and screamed. I grabbed and pushed and punched, but it was futile. They had won. I was dragged forcefully out of the mall and handed to the police. I stared at the kid, and to my surprise, the kid looked at me with a smirk, and I watched as small red tendrils erupted from his body and started clinging to the walls and growing outward. But nobody reacted. Was it just a taunt? Or was I hallucinating again? No, I couldn't have made a fool of myself because of me being drunk, right? I laughed as the cops put me in the back of their car, and we began to speed off. I glanced back out of the window to amuse myself, thinking now that I had just done the stupidest thing possible. Honestly, why would I trust my own assumptions? I was clearly drunk, right? As I glanced at the mall, I rubbed my eyes, and my heart stopped. The mall suddenly disappeared, and it was replaced with some kind of fake rip-off version that had this slight red hue. I turned back to the cops and tried to tell them, but as I turned, I was greeted with 2 demonic faces staring back, laughing at my reaction. Suddenly, everything outside turned a dark shade of red, and I realised we were entering the underworld. I quickly used my phone to type this out, as the underworld glowed brighter and brighter, demons' faces poking out of the shadows and laughing at me as I was led towards some kind of dungeon. Thank God the internet still exists, but as I entered the dungeon, I saw people in front of me having their phones taken away, with immense haste. While the demons weren't staring at me, I quickly shoved my phone into my purse. Demons are stupid anyway. They won't bother to actually look for stuff, since they expect everything handed to them. Such idiots. The searching went smoothly, and I now find myself in the most horrendous room possible. A shabby hotel room that doesn't even have gold plating on the windows, which are blocked out by stupid metal pieces. I thought back to that stupid kid from before, and I realised I was right, after all. I was trapped in a cell for many days. No gold, no expensive beverages, and worst of all, my 26-year-old son was probably searching for me right now. My poor, poor son. At a young age, he was diagnosed with Cornelia de Lange syndrome. It's a horrible sickness, and it has been his biggest downfall in life. Without me, he'd be alone and poor and on the streets with nobody even thinking he was human. But enough about him. Let's focus back onto the main star here, shall we? After an entire hour of this grueling punishment, I was forced out of my cell and placed right in front of the man himself, Santa Claus. He sat in a large throne of skulls, in what looked like a large coliseum, filled with demons, and such that laughed and cackled when I was dragged in. "No! It's you!" I screamed. "It seems you're a fan," he snickered, rolling his eyes. "Santa, how dare you trap me here, you little—" I was cut off by tons of laughter and his glaring eyes. "Are you a fool? I am Satan, not Santa. And who are you calling little? I'm at least 10 times your size, old lady," he boomed. "Santa, I don't want to smell that breath of yours right now, so here's the deal. You let me out of your little man cave, and I won't get your manager to sue you," I said confidently. "You're joking, right?" he asked, completely starstruck that someone could be so intelligent. "Hurry up, I don't have all day," I said impatiently. As all the nearby demons laughed, Santa quickly silenced them, and then turned to me. "I ain't your friend, lady, and I'm not going to make some petty deal with you unless it involves your soul. So think twice before how you respond, or I'm going to get tired of being nice," he screeched, hatred flickering in his eyes. But I didn't care. Santa could be as mad as he wanted. 3, I said. He sternly watched me. 2, I said, raising my voice. The other demons leaned close, anticipating something to happen. "Don't make me go to 1, I said, my voice almost reaching its maximum sound of agitation. He started laughing, and so did the rest of the demons. He started laughing so hard that he knelt over, laughing at what he thought was my stupidity, and then I made a run for it. I quickly ran to the guards and grabbed my bag that was near one of their feet, and as they went to grab me, I sprayed them with my Salt Spray Deluxe Edition. They quickly sizzled to ash, and I immediately ran out of the Colosseum before Satan could get his bearings. That fool thought I was some idiot. He got played by the oldest trick in the book. Act stupid and get what you want. If he had a manager, he'd be fired on the spot. I ran into a field of what I assumed to be corn, but the corn seemed to resemble human hearts. It didn't faze me, as I had already been here before, and I hid in the field of human hearts until Satan and his platoon of guards passed. I sneakily made my way back to the Colosseum, and with great haste, I ran to his throne and sat down before anyone inside could notice. To anyone uneducated, this would seem like a stupid move, but for those who were aware, this was checkmate. Long ago, when Satan came to rule the underworld, a heroic magician decided to curse Satan's throne, so that any human that sat on it would be transported back to the real world. Honestly, why do you think Satan sits on his throne so much? A red aura surrounded me, and I heard many screeches, and demons charged towards me from all sides, but it was futile. As I started to fade away, I stuck out my tongue and made a rude gesture to the demons and screamed, "This is why you guys need guns! You can't stay in shape!" As the demons closed in, I faded away and quickly was teleported to the front door of my house. I quickly got my keys from my bag and made my way inside my home. It was a very tiring weekend, and I was not hoping to have to deal with that again anytime soon, but I knew duty called. I still had to figure out what happened to that mole, and I needed to report this incident to the DCI, Demon Control Institute. I decided to take a quick nap first though. Being a Karen and a demon hunter is already enough work. And now, it's time for me to take a quick nap. Or so I thought. I was quietly drifting off to sleep when I heard a loud knocking at my door. Bewildered, I got up and quickly rushed to the window, next to my door, to see someone putting boxes on my porch. You may think this was normal, but I never ordered anything, so I knew something was afoot. I quickly rushed outside and began my tirade. "How dare you!" I screeched. "What? Ma'am, what's wrong?" the young man went to say, but I was not playing around this time. "I don't want your filthy blood money! Take this trash and give it to someone else!" I yelled at him. "But you ordered..." He was cut off again. "No! No exceptions! I want this stuff off my porch right now!" I yelled with such fury that he couldn't help himself from shedding a tear. I looked at him angrily as he quietly picked up the boxes and placed them next door and knocked on the door. The man next door quickly opened his front door and took the packages. As the young man left, I wondered if those really were my boxes when the house next door started to look a bit funny. I looked closer, and to my horror, The place looked like some rip-off version now, almost like what had happened to the mall. I slammed my door shut and watched the house from the window near my sofa. I knew something like this would happen. I can't even take a nap, and now I'm just going to have to post this. With haste, I typed this out and posted it after realising an hour in hell was almost 14 days. I'll hopefully not get trapped in hell again, or you won't get to hear about my perfect life and my ruined sleep schedule.